Welcome back to another FIFA 23 content review on the channel. I'm Slater. If you're familiar with the channel, I'm sorry I was gone the last couple days. I was out of town. If you're new to the channel, I review the content in FIFA every single day. And with that being said, this is a massive day during Ultimate Team of the Season. Not only do we have league upgrades for every single league in the game, we have a new, it's going to be right under me, a TOTS or TOTS Moments Upgrade SBC. So we're going to open this on this video where you can get yourself a TOTS or TOTS Moments from any of the Team of the Season squads. You can do it 5 times a day. So we'll go through that, see if it's good or bad value. There's also an 83+ player pick. I'll do that on today's video to help you out as well. Dive into all the other content, including that 88+ FIFA World Cup Trophy Titan or Fantasy Foot Hero player pick. And I'll go through EOE Hector, who has an end of era card in the game as well. So there's a lot to get into, like a ton. And I will chapter out the video. So if you want to fast forward to like league upgrades or upgrade SBC stuff or EOE Hector's SBC, you can do that accordingly if you don't want to ride through the entire wave of the content. And with that being said, let's get into this thing. So let's start with the big boy SBCs first. I'm going to go to the 83+ player pick first, and then we'll go to the TOTS Moments Upgrade SBC. So we'll open those two things right off the bat. So this is like a new SBC. It's a 1-3 83+ player pick. It requires 184 overall and then an 82 overall team, which to me actually seems pretty fair in a way. Now, granted, what you need to know about that is that it's repeatable constantly over the next 3 days. So there's a very real chance that we're getting to that point in the game where all of a sudden 81s and 82s have a lot of value because people start to rinse stuff like this if they have a good drop weight to give themselves a chance at packing a big boy team of the season. So I'm going to go through, I think I have a pretty full club for the most part. So ideally we can get this done very quickly and simply for you guys. And that way you can see if it's good or bad value. So let me just go throw some 82s in here, and then we should be able to do predominantly all 81s, I would think, on the way out, because our 84 should give us a tremendous amount of weight on the front end. So let me just get these guys in here. Okay. Right. I would think that we can go a little under, and then I can at least tell you like a mapped out equation of what this costs. Okay. So this costs, essentially you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 81s, 1, 2, 3, 4 82s, and 184. Okay, so 184, 482s, 681s is a very easy way to get this 83+ player pick done and dusted. And when I do this, now player picks are always a pretty decent chance to get something. Although if you think about your Foot Champs rewards, which are typically 84+, like I have not had a lot of luck with those. So I don't expect anything from these, but we will open one. That was horrible. That was horrible. It was all Spanish 83s. I don't know if there's a worst possible scenario on the planet. Hopefully you do way better than that. And that shows you the risk, right? That shows you the risk of an SBC like that. Ideally it'd be an 84+ overall because there are just so many 83s in the game. Your variability to get something good is obviously very minimal. So that seems like one that maybe if you just like open like a big boy promo pack that's untradeable and you're like, I don't know where to put these 81s and 82s, like that's an option, right? I think based on what I saw there though, I might stick to league upgrades, and we'll get into those in a minute. Let's go to this one, the TOTS or TOTS Moments Upgrade, which is repeatable 5 times over the next 24 hours every single day for the next 3 days. Earn 1 TOTS or TOTS Moment player from any of the Team of the Season squads. It is one segment. I don't even know the price. I'm going to figure it out with you. Team of the season, you need a team of the season or, okay, so that kind of sucks, right? You need a team of the season, which essentially is a really high rated card regardless. Then an 86 overall, you need 2 of those. So one of those will be your team of the season or team of the season moments, and an 84 overall team. This stinks a little bit because obviously like you're going to have to put in at the bare minimum, I think the lowest rated team of the season is an 88, right? So at the bare minimum, you're already putting in a really high rated card and then another one. So it's a little bit of a, I don't love the SBC price point. Let me just go see here. Okay, I think it's better for me to use a team of the season, actual team of the season card. Let's go with this guy. I think that's not a card that I use anymore. I think I used him for my 19-1 run. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. He actually wasn't a bad little card as a super sub, I can't lie to you. And then I need another 86 rated card. So it's a little steep. I'm going to see if there's an actual price on Footbit in a second before we actually open this thing. It's a little bit steep. It really is. But, you know, it's something that's fun to rinse. I mean, you can't knock the fact that it's going to be really, really fun to rip these packs, right? And you're probably not going to get anything good. You're probably going to get lower league cards a lot of the time. That's just, you know, the most likely scenario. But it's something to do, right? It's something for you to do in the game. Like you could make an entire day of FIFA content being like, I need to get my 5 team of the season packs done today. and you could rip league upgrades and player picks and all these different things in the pursuit of completing that objective, right? So that it's a good thing to have in the game because it gives us something to do, and that is usually the most important thing. So there you go. I have this thing done at an 89 and 86, and then I had 383s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 82s, and an 81 is what this took for me to get this done. If we go over to Footbin, I have it up, but I never saw a price point for it, and they 50K. All right, yeah, I mean, listen, that doesn't seem bad because you're like 50K is to get an Mbappe or an, you know, it is very exciting. It is obviously very real that if I'm taking a guess, this is just a guess, I would think 80+% of the team seasons in this game are under 50K, right? So you're kind of already aware of the fact that you're not going to get something that is worthy of what you put in, right? You have to be cognizant of that. It's the way that it is, but I'm going to open this for you to give you an idea of the variability that you can get, and then hopefully this helps you out. If me being your little guinea pig is something you enjoy, right, hit that like button, sub if you're new. It's great. It helps a ton for the channel. We've gained 30 subs in 4 days on the channel, which for me is unbelievable. So thank you guys for the support lately. It's been freaking sweet, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying these videos. Let's go ahead, open this bad boy, and see what happens. Team of the season. Oh my gosh. You know what happened? I saw that flag and I immediately thought, isn't that Sadio Mane's nationality? And it is, but it's in Dae. So I think it's a duplicate actually, which is really sad. Yeah, okay. He'll just go into my next one. He's going in the one later today when I stream. Okay, he's going in one tomorrow or later today. And that's probably going to happen to a lot of you, right? It's probably going to happen to a lot of you. Next, EOE Hector will do last. Let's go dive into the 80+ player pick and the actual upgrades that came out today. So we know about these, right? The Premium Serie A, the Premium League 1, we know the cost. It's 12 rare gold players, right? We're very cognizant of how these work. You get 8 players back from that league and you get 3 rares of that 8 players. The only thing I'm going to tell you about these is that a lot of you are going to go Premier League, right? La Liga. I think those are in League 1. I would think are probably the 3 biggest leagues that you're going to take a swing with. For me, and I've opened upgrades every single week that they've come out, you are going to get the best chance of hacking the team of the season from a, typically from like a Serie A or a Bundesliga just because, or Ligue 1 because they have so few rare cards comparatively to the Premier League and the La Liga. So just your opportunity of getting a blue is just higher as a result. What I would like to do is do this to help you out. Hold on. I think the best way that I can help you out is to look at the ultimate team of the season itself, right? And then go, okay, how many of these cards are from these various leagues? I think that's the best thing I can do. Okay, so if we come over here, we have Mbappe, Haaland, Bellingham, Osimhen, Lewandowski, Kvaratskhelia, and Kuku ter Stegen. So I'm assuming that you can also get the purple versions of these cards, right? And I'm just going to do a quick, I'm not going to actually count them. I'm going to do a quick glance and give you an idea of what I think makes the most sense. So the Bundesliga, they only have Frimpong and Kunku and De Ligt, Musiala, and Bellingham. Okay, so there's like 5 guys there. And then in terms of the Serie A, because I want to look at the lower leagues, there's Osimhen, there's Kvaratskhelia, right? There's Leao. There is Teo. So the Bundesliga and the Serie A are very similar, the way that I would think they would be. And I'm guessing there's the most, looks like maybe even Ligue 1 has the most. There's Mbappe, there's Messi. Oh no, and then there's a big gap. Oh, maybe not. Is it just the 2 big boys? Klaus and Fofana. That's going to be a very high risk variability because you got to think the odds you get Messi or Mbappe are so small. It's going to be a Fofana Klaus simulator to the point where I would say I'd maybe avoid the Ligue 1 because I would just think statistically, right? You're kind of probably aware of the fact that you're not going to not that I'm not saying go for it, go for it, man. Live your best life. I'm just saying if I'm thinking of it from a odds perspective, like the Ligue 1 might be the worst because the difference between their lowest and their highest is so dramatic compared to every other league that you're not going to have even that good of a chance of getting anything in between, right? There's nothing in between. So the chance of you hitting an Mbappe or Messi are so slim. I would just look at it that way. La Liga seems to have a ton of players, and Prem does so too. So I think if I were you, the way I would look at it is, based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like I would think maybe La Liga number 1, because you have Lewandowski, Benzema, Eder Militao, Pedri, Vinicius Jr., Griezmann, Ter Stegen. Like, that's a pretty big haul, and only Ter Stegen's the only one that I would think is like an L. I think the rest are really, really good. The Premier League, you'd have Saliba, Rashford, Salah, De Bruyne, and Haaland. And that, to me, I think La Liga is the winner. I would think La Liga... Honestly, I would think La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A tied. Premier League, Ligue 1 is the way that I rationalize that thought process. That's what I think would give you the best in terms of the way I would rank them in terms of value. That's what I would do. Sorry that took so long, but I think that hopefully that helps you. If you're like watching this, I'm hoping that thought process and kind of, dwindling down there to what makes the most sense, that might be the way that I would orient the value of these things. Then we have an 80+ player pick, which is a 1 of 3. It is all commons, which is great. So if you're doing the league upgrades, you have all these commons. Maybe you don't want to do the league SBC. You're like, I can go put those into here. And that's a great opportunity for you to use your commons in this game. And that should be all of our... Oh, no, one more thing outside of Jonas Hector. I'm so sorry. Jonas Hector's waiting a long time. An 84 and an 85 overall team of the team of the week or team of the season. I'm sorry, it's a team of the season or team of the season moments. Is for a 1 of 4, 84+ World Cup Fantasy Foot or Trophy Titan Hero player pick. It is repeatable once over the next 4 days, and then we'll come back again for you to do one more time. It's cheap. It's easy to do. So I don't blame you for doing it. You just have to understand the reason why they price it that way is because it's probably worth that, right? And it looks like to me, based on the fact that the team of season moments upgrade is an 84 rated team, that a lot of the cards that you would put into that, you could also put into this. And that might actually make those cards more expensive, right? Because now 84s and 83s and stuff have more usability in this game than they did like literally a day ago. So this will look, I think, cheaper than it might actually net out to be once people are ripping upgrades. But it is very grindable, that if you want to do it, you can. Just know that there's a really good chance you don't get a good player. There's just a lot of these cards at this point in the game are very, very behind the power curve. You're chasing, the Fantasy Foot Hero Alos and Abedi Peles and Ginolas and Yayas, and you're kind of not thinking about the fact that there's 100 other cards that are really bad, right, that you could get from that. And then last but not least, we have Jonas Hector, who we've waited so long for, who I actually think is a really great card, and I'll explain to you why. And I looked at him for 2 seconds, so I saw a lot in this card very early on. He's in the Bundesliga. He's a left back. He plays for Köln, and he's German. He's 4-star high medium at 6'1", and his stats don't scream left back to me, and that's okay because he can play left wing back, CDM, and center mid. Right? He's a club 80+ card. He looks like he'd be a phenomenal midfielder with high medium work rates. I like him a lot as a box-to-box type of look. Or I love him as a card you maybe move it in-game into like a 4-4-2 left mid or 3-5-2 left mid. I like that idea for him too a lot. Pace splits are solid, right? Especially as a midfielder type of player. 97 shot power, lovely. 86 vision with 91 short pass, 90 long pass. We're going to work on that. I'll show you what chem I'm going to use on him. Agility balance, low. We want to boost that too. 92 reactions, 87 ball control, 85 dribbling, and 92 composure with 90+ defending in every set that matters. And then really nice physicals. 93 stamina, 88 strength, and 87 aggression. The reason why I like this card is because I think he's a really good option for a budget team. He's 285 overalls and an 84 overall team with a team of the week or team of the season. You're going to want to use a team of the week way cheaper, right, at the end of the day, assuming you have one in your club. But the reason why I like this card is that I think he just is decent value. I don't think a lot of people are going to complete him because I don't think a lot of people run Bundesliga size. So if we go over to Footbin, he's got 70% upvote, 30% downvote. He's 46,000 coins, right? Which shows you that hero player pick is under 100K. So once again, if you want to do it, go for it. But he's a usable card, man. He really is. 4-star as a midfielder. I would give him now you could, if you're on new gen, you can keep him at lengthy, which you could put an anchor on him, and he would be lengthy on new gen if you care about that. If you want, and that'd be, I think, if you wanted to play him at wing back, you would do that. But I think with his size and his agility and balance, I just don't think he's a left back at the end of the day. I really think he's a midfielder, and I put an engine on him, man. Boost that pace and acceleration to the mid-90s, right? I love that shot power. Like, if he's going to get in front of that, he might put one in for us. 90 vision with 95 short pass and 94 long pass, and then boost that up to 88 balance, 84 agility with 93 dribbling. And I just think that's a really nice box-to-box midfielder. I just do. He ships out as a 91, but I just get a vibe that he's a really nice card there. You could also, I think if you want to, put a shadow on him in the midfield too. Or at wingback as well, which will probably show a higher rating. So it shows a 93 DM, a 90 center mid, and a 95 wing left back. But I really think an engine on him in the midfield would be the primo position, because I think his defending stats and his pace is good enough for a midfielder that you don't need to super boost those areas. And I'd rather boost his areas of weakness, his agility and balance, and then help that passing a little bit. But I think that's a really, really good value SBC. Okay, I think that's really awesome value. Now, I was gone for a super long time, right? I was gone Saturday, Sunday. So there's a chance that I maybe mentioned something that hasn't been here or has been here. There is this British Red Cross. If you want to go ahead and get some TIFO stuff, which is really cool for the Red Cross. It's actually really sweet to add to your team. You can go ahead and do some of that stuff. And then here, no, I think this has all been out. I think that's all been out. Okay, so there you go. That is your content review for the day. Sorry it's a long one. I apologize, but there was a lot to get into. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be live later with a 20-game Weekend League win sprint on my main account. So we're going to open packs, finish the team, and then take that team into the Weekend League. Should be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to check that out, it's SlaterAC on Twitch. Thanks for watching as always. I'll catch you for one of these videos again tomorrow. Peace.